Bullshit.
Pretend for a moment we've entered a parallel universe, free of bullshit and full of bold solutions. That's what the No BS Marketing Show is all about. I'm your host, Dave Mastovich. Today we're going to talk about networking. Some people hate it. Some people love it. Most people don't really maximize their networking opportunities. But first, let's talk about Audible. Are you using Audible yet? If not, you can get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/nobs. What does Audible do for you? It gives you the flexibility to listen to books while you're doing other stuff. So if you've never tried listening to a book, you have to give it a try at least once. There's no risk because you get the free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial. So try it with a book you like, see what you think. And if it's not for you, fine, no risk. But I think you'll find that it can help you to get information that you wouldn't normally have been able to have because you might have put off buying the book or going to get the book on Kindle or whatever you do with your book. So now you can listen while you're cooking, listen while you're working out, listen while you're driving, whatever. Try a book like Persuasion, Channeling Attention for Change by Robert Cialdini. You can download it for free today. Again, go to audibletrial.com/nobs for your free audiobook. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. I listen to Audible books on Audible quite a bit. Trust me, it's a no BS way to knock out some books that you might not have knocked out. Back to the No BS Marketing Show. Many of us like to meet new people. And many of us also like to talk. We find it stimulating. We enjoy sharing and learning. We get a high from strutting our stuff in front of a new audience and walk away feeling good. I know that sounds like I'm talking about myself. I am, but I'm also talking about a lot of people that I know. But mention the word networking and watch what happens. Yeah, exactly. Suddenly we're as enthused about the simple act of meeting new people and getting to know them as we are for a root canal. Why? Even if you're a born marketer, business developer, or just generally consider yourself a people person, there's a good chance you hate to network. Over the course of my career, I continue to encounter engaging, intelligent people who approach networking with undue anxiety, fear, or distaste. It's time we change our approach to networking and start making it work harder for us. Because here's a simple truth. We need it. Our work depends upon our willingness to meet, engage, and share with new and unfamiliar people. I'm a proponent of getting comfortable with getting uncomfortable, and networking is a prime example for me. Never been a fan of it. Used to dread it. Put it off. Would go and sometimes just stand in a corner and talk to only people that I already knew. But over the years, I realized I had to change and had to work at it. In this post, I share my own time-tested 5-step strategy for making networking work for you. That being said, I want to hear from you. There's people that maybe are fantastic at networking. I want you to email or post on the comments of the show notes and the actual podcast show. So my 5-step strategy for making networking work for you. Too many uses of the word work. Step 1 is change your mindset. Empty whatever head trash you have about networking by changing your mindset. If the term networking turns you off, simply call it by another name. Millennials call networking events meetups. So maybe try using that term to shift your perception. And while we're on that for a minute, the term meetup is one more example of where we've gone today, which is good. We've simplified things and we started to call things what they are. And a meetup is a meetup. Networking has so many other different meanings to it that's part of the problem. As soon as people hear the word networking, some people think of it as, I'm going to go out and do a sales event, a sales task. Other people go, I got to go out and talk to people. Other people think of it as a time to just go eat and drink. But when you call it meetups, like the current term, it's really what you're trying to do, meet up and get to know new people. Now it's time to begin treating networking for what it is, work. If we're marketers, we don't run away from managing projects. If we're business developers, we don't hide from researching leads and trends. The same mentality applies to networking. Connections are critical for our careers. Ditch the often haphazard approach to networking. Maybe I'll stop at this event to see what it's like. And instead, approach it with deliberation. Have a game plan for how you'll build networking into your ongoing work stream. It deserves prime real estate on your to-do list, so slot it in and keep it there. Number 2 of the 5-step process, create a calendar. Here's where I build my networking strategy. I set aside time each week to scope out the networking events that are happening near me, whether through LinkedIn, professional organizations, email blasts that I receive, or by word of mouth. Then I do a quick cost-benefit analysis of each event. I break it down piece by piece. How much time will I spend at the event, which includes travel to and from? Who might I meet? What opportunities might present themselves? If the benefits are in my favor, I slot it into the calendar and move on to step 3, which is do your homework. A critical step in the process, you absolutely must do your networking homework before you walk through the door. Find out who's running the event and who will be in attendance. Event hosts often provide lists of names and company affiliations. Then decide on a handful of connections you want to make. And do a 10 to 15 minute Google search on each. Learn a bit about who they are, their education, work history, current position, or job title. Click that news button in Google. Have they been in the news? Read the article. Watch the clip. Are they active on LinkedIn? Do they already share connections with you? Do they like to post their opinions and successes on Facebook? If you don't know, make it your job to find out all of that. And it really can be in 10 minutes, 15 at the most. So if you have 3 to 5 major people that you think you want to meet at that event, people that could change the game for you, it's worth doing that pre-event prep spread over a couple of days so you aren't just blocking off a half hour or an hour, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there. And worst case scenarios, you don't get to talk to them. Or maybe they don't show up, but you still learned about them and you live for another day. Number 4 is bring your game face. You've changed your attitude. You've changed how you think about the word networking and networking events. You've created your calendar and you've done your homework. Now it's time to walk through the door and have a little fun. If you need to bring a friend, go ahead, bring one. But if not, have the confidence to walk in solo. After all, everyone in a networking event is there for the same purpose, to meet and make professional connections. Know your 15-second story. 2 to 3 sentences about you, your company, and what you provide that nobody else does. And share your 15-second story. Ask questions, good creative questions. Sure, where do you work is fine, but even better, what challenges did you face in your last assignment? Or what keeps you up at night when it comes to your client's needs? Pose open-ended questions to keep the conversation going. And if talk turns to casual non-business matters, like where your kids go to school or where you took your last vacation. Great. Let it go there. The point is to make connections, not walk away knowing someone's resume. Smile, have fun, and listen. The next step is say thank you. Not only is it the polite thing to do, it's a smart move to make. Your new connections will remember you through the simple act of track and touch. Before the networking event, draft a few sample thank you notes or follow-up notes that you'll send the next day. Think of this drafting exercise as a warm-up for the event to get yourself primed. Remember to restate the key takeaways you picked up during your exchange, whether it's about your connection's habit of reading The Economist cover to cover, or a professional contact you have in common via your daughter's swim team, or your shared interest in mountain biking. Whatever it might be, restate it in your email. Close by suggesting that you meet for coffee or drinks, lunch, whatever, to discuss ways you might partner or help to further expand each other's networks. It'll keep the momentum going long after the event wraps up. Those are the 5 steps, but some parting thoughts. After the event, create a simple spreadsheet in which you log the names and details from the fresh stack of business cards in your pocket. Be sure to also note the name and location of the networking event to jog your memory. And on the topic of business cards, they're still a powerful tool. Don't forget to bring yours. Now go find your next networking event or meetup. Who knows? We may even bump into each other. If you like the No Bullshit Marketing Show, please go onto iTunes or wherever you listen to the show and post a review. Your positive reviews go a long way towards spreading the word about the No BS Marketing Show. Thanks in advance for taking the time to post a review. If you'd like to ask me a question or suggest a guest or anything else related to the show, email me at dave@masssolutions.biz, B-I-Z. Look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for joining us for the No BS Marketing Show. Visit masssolutions.biz for show notes, plus additional marketing and messaging resources. Are you signed up for light reading? You'll receive timely, valuable ideas to improve your marketing and transform your message. It really is light, intended to be read in 2 minutes or less, and it just might trigger bright ideas for you. Again, to sign up, visit masssolutions.biz. Scroll down a little bit, find that box to sign up for light reading. Remember, ask yourself, what's the big idea? And build your story around the answer. It's all about bold solutions